trail was over here, but it was really just cross-country walking, so Maui and I walked down to this county road, and the trail crosses it up here in about 4 miles. Up at 5 this morning, trying to beat the heat today. I'm all packed up and getting ready to start walking here. These birds around here are so noisy. And the mosquitoes, oh Lord. It's 5:40 and I'm on the trail. Pretty good early start. I slept really good. Maui was at this reservoir when I arrived yesterday, but he decided to go on, get some more miles, and I stayed. And there was a couple bikers, well, like 6 bikers on the Continental Divide bike trail that showed up, and I talked to them. And then a guy fishing with his kid, and I got them to take my trash home with them, so that was good. But I'm gonna try to do a little bit more than 20 today. Still on track to get to Lander on Friday, but this is a heck of a section. It's testing me, mostly because of the sun. It's just relentless. Relentless. Anyway, talk to you later. I hung out in this shade and had a little mid-morning snack and filtered some water. This is the water source that those horses use. This is different looking. And the wind is a lifesaver. Feels so good up on top of these ridges. We're turning here, but look at all those shade trees on that ridge behind here. Is it wrong to lust after a shade tree? I just spent 2 hours under that tree. It's the first one in probably 60 trail miles. We've been climbing for quite a while, getting up over 7,000 feet now. Starting to see some more trees. I hope that keeps up. You know I like trees. Turkeys. It's 6:30. I camped near this cow pond last night, and it also has to be my water source, unfortunately. The next water's in 11.6, and I think it's another cow pond. Slept good last night. Got about 23, 24 miles yesterday, so that was good. And hoping to do the same today, at least get over 20. So, talk to you later. I've been seeing pronghorn antelope the last few days, but they're very hard to video because they're fast and they're very wary of humans. So I just take a second for myself and watch them run away. I can't really get video. They would just look like little dots, but it's pretty cool. The wildlife out here is cool. And I saw a antelope interact with a cow just now. The cow kind of playfully chased it for 100 feet. And then when the antelope stopped, the cow stopped. It was really interesting. But slowly making progress this morning. Hasn't gotten hot yet, so I still feel great. Later on is what I dread. There's a whole herd of wild horses down here. I'm so excited. I hope they let me walk right next to them. I don't know what they're gonna do. Horses are just the most beautiful animals. Man, so cool. made them nervous now. No offense to cattle, but oh my gosh, these are beautiful animals. Just gorgeous. There's my first good look at the Wind River mountain range. I'll soon be there. This is one of the most well-placed and appreciated water caches I've run across. Got a logbook in there, lots of water. And on the other side, more water, shade, and a little bench to sit on. Lunchtime. It's 6:30. I'm walking. Just trying to get as close as I can to where I hitch into Lander. So maybe another 20. That'd be great. If I can get 20 today, that would leave me with like 13. And if I have a really good day, I could get more than a touristy spot, South Pass City, that I'll go through right before Lander. That'll probably be tomorrow morning. So, one more night out. This has been a long section. 120 miles through this stuff is no joke. Maui bailed out. He texted me yesterday, the day before yesterday, and he had bailed out. So, I don't know, he might be in Lander when I get there. Originally, this is a section I probably wouldn't have hiked. I had my eye on skipping this whole basin. But since I missed the last little bit in Colorado, I didn't want to skip this. And in a way, I'm glad I haven't. It's tested me. It showed me a habitat that I would never have really understood until I've been out here. And the wildlife and the wild horses, it's had its ups. There's a lot of negatives though. It's just so long. We're almost done though. One more long day and then a short one into town. We got this. And there's some more horses up there. I think they've been my favorite thing to see so far. I haven't been showing them, but this is kind of typical of my water sources when I'm not finding a cache or something better. Just a puddle in a creek that's pretty much dried up. Those horses are up there, so this is probably their spot to water. So that must have been an intersection back in the covered wagon days. It's so cool. Take one fork, you end up in Oregon territory. Take the other, and you end up in California. Land of riches. You gotta go. I think I mentioned I was reading a book out here, and it was called Wyoming. And it kind of was a little disappointing because it ended at the end of a winter where they overwintered in a place called Little Valley. But I was hoping to follow their journey all the way to Oregon. Of course, I have to buy the next book in the series for that, which I probably will. But it'd be interesting to see if they actually talk about that intersection, because that's got to be a pivotal point when you're committed to one or the other. And there was this town that we're going to see tomorrow morning, South Pass City, that was even around back then. So that was probably where you got your directions and all the fear mongering and whatnot about each trail, pros and cons. It's so interesting. These were long distance trails before we had long distance trails for walking. These were the real deal. These people were tough. Tough. But look what's staring us in the face. Oh yeah. We're coming. We left the big gravel road onto another 2-track, but look at the Sweetwater River. Looks like an oasis for my lunch. Just took a real quick dip in the Sweetwater River. These sparrows are eating all the mosquitoes, but there was still a lot of mosquitoes and flies, so I made it quick and coming up here somewhere to take lunch and dry off. Felt good though, really cold water. Plus I filled all my water bottles. That was nice. It's 6 o'clock. I got 20 plus miles yesterday. Ended up cutting a little bit off by road walking the bigger road instead of the little cow path the trail was following. But got within 7.5 miles of Route 28, which is where I hitch into Lander. So that'll be hopefully quick work this morning. Slept okay, except my mattress is leaking pretty badly again. Gonna have to work on that in Lander. So, talk to you later. I saw a lot of Continental Divide bike route people yesterday. Like maybe 10. They were all super supportive as they rode by. They didn't slow down, but they said words of encouragement. It's kind of neat knowing that between us, we've covered the whole trail. I just think that's cool when you run into a southbounder. Willow Creek. The trail around South Pass City has been very frustrating. I've probably picked 100 ticks off me when I was down there in the grass. And then you climb up here and there's no trail. I can't find a trail. Oh, jeez. Lander, I need you. This section has been so trying. I'm only about 2.5 miles away from where I can hitch. So I made it out to the road and I hitched into Lander, Wyoming. It took me about maybe half an hour. Nice young man in his work truck gave me a ride. Had a nice chat on the way in here. I got here pretty early, maybe 11 a.m. and got all my chores done today. Went to the post office, went to the Mexican restaurant, did my laundry. So getting ready to go to dinner and on to the winds. Thanks for watching.